So let me show you one thing. I just showing to you the river and how the plane is formed. Suppose the river flood. So what happened? The water flew over the banks of river. Okay? As a river floods, it overflows its banks. The flood carries mud, sand and other sediments out over the land. And after the water draws away, the sediments remain. When the water draws away, the sediments remain. The sediments remains. Okay? These are the sediments which are low with the water. Okay? Over the land. And when the water draws, the sediments remains. Okay? So, and they create the fertile plains. So, let's talk about the next topic, desert. Regions with barren land and scanty rainfall are called desert. They have an arid or semi-arid climate. Due to scarcity of water, vegetation is very sparse. Days are hot with very high temperatures and nights are cold. Sandstorms are quite frequent and sand dunes or sand hills can be seen. Maybe you all have seen the sand dunes. Let me show you the sand dunes. Are the sand hills. These are called the sand dunes. These hills are made by the sand. Okay? These hills are made by the sand. Alright? So, the Sahara Desert of Africa is the largest desert in the world. Most deserts are located on the western side of the continent or the leeward side of mountains. The desert in Arabian Desert of Asia, Atacama Desert of South America and Kalahari Desert of Africa are some deserts of the world. Let's talk about the people which are living in these areas. People in desert lead a simple life, tending herds of sheep, goats and camels. They are nomadic people who do not possess permanent houses and move from one place to another. Nomadic means the people which have their own permanent houses. They live in one place or move from one place to another to search water and food. Some regions are developed and have modern standard of living. Plants with less water requirements are able to survive in desert, and animals generally activate during the summers to escape heat. Okay? So, let's talk about the islands also. What are the islands? An island is a piece of land surrounded by water. Okay? What is an island? An island is a piece of land surrounded by water. And many islands are quite small, covering less than half a hectare. So these teeny islands are often called islets. Okay? So the teeny islands are often called islets. Some islands such as the Aleutian Islands in the US state of Alaska are cold and ice covered all over the year. Others such as Tahiti lie in the warm tropical waters. So, maybe you all have seen the islands in the movies also. And if you have your book, you can see the islands picture in your book also. Okay? Now, let's talk about the rivers. Rivers are a source of fresh water. They are formed by rain or the melting of snow from mountains to the plains. Okay? These channels starts as streams that join to form a river. If you have your book, you can see the page number 39. On the page number 39, there is a picture of journey of a river. Okay. So, rivers are source of fresh water and they are formed by rain or the melting of snow from mountains to the plains. And these channels start as streams that join to form a river. Typically, a river can be divided into three sections. The upper course, okay, the middle course and the lower course. Let's talk about them. What is the upper course? The upper course of the river is the closest to the source from which the river originates. The gradient is steep, the river is narrow, shallow and flow quickly. V-shaped valleys, rapids, canyons and waterfalls are some feature of the upper course of a river. In the middle course, the river reaches the plain. You can see in the book, there is a picture. The speed decreases and the valley widens. Okay? The river develops loops called meanders. And in their lower course, most rivers and flow into a large body of water. Okay? In their lower course, most rivers and flow into a large body of water like a sea or an oceans. At the mouth or end of the river, there is usually a river delta, a large silty area where the river split into many different flowing channels that have muddy banks. Okay? If you have your book, you can see the journey of the river. That is very important and it is very interesting to understand. Okay? So, this chapter is over and if you don't understand about any topic, you can ask me by phone tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Okay? So, till then, try to understand what is written in your book and keep studying. Thank you.